Hello, what's up, my amazing people? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video lesson, we are looking at the best time to trade forex. Okay, so as a trader, there are some things you need to put into consideration before taking a trade. Okay, the time when there is high volatility, when there is high liquidity, those are the time you will take a trade. You don't just wake up and see a trade going up or candle going up, you want to buy, see candle going down, you want to sell. No, there are a time too you need to skip trading, and those times are the time that we need to plan ahead of a session that will take you into a profit. Okay, a session where there are big boys in the market, there are banks, there are hedge fund. Okay, so those are the time you need to trade. So before we jump right into it, here is a little thing about my video and my very self. My name is Mr. Emmanuel. I'm from Nigeria. As most of you know, in my videos, you normally see some of the pictures of the professional forex traders and their names. Okay, this is to celebrate them. It's not because I'm working with them or trying to make use of their picture to make out something out of nothing. No, these people or these professional traders are the traders that I've been following online. Some of them I've read their books. I've heard a lot of stories about them. Okay, where they started from. Okay, and these are the things that have been encouraging me and keeping me going in the game. Okay, this is 6 years in the game now. It has not been easy, so don't let anyone deceive you that it's so easy to make it. I promise you, if you can make a research about them too, to find out who they are, their stories, you to definitely inspire you, it will motivate you and encourage you to keep pushing. It has not always been easy. No one comes into the market and tells you that he has been a professional trader from day one. No, everybody go through the same pain, the same stories that you have been through. Okay, so nothing should stop you from being a profitable trader. Nothing should stop you from succeeding. Nothing should discourage you. Try as much as you can to follow up and then keep pushing. I promise you the day will come that will put a smile on your face. Okay, and another thing I want to let you know is that at the end of the slide, I am going to take you to the charts where I will show you the handwriting, the market structure, and how to avoid a certain period of time, okay, not to trade and when to trade. So that's all about it. So let's quickly jump right into it. This is the first thing we are looking at. The high liquidity. High liquidity is the perfect time when there are a whole lot of participants in the market. So who are the participants? I myself and you as a day trader, and also the bigger boys who help to move the markets. Okay. So who are the bigger boys? The banks and the hedge funds. Okay. So they are the ones that bring the high volatility, high liquidity in the market. Okay. That is when the market moves. That is when you find out that the candlestick are gaining momentums in the market. Okay. So these are the better time for us to join them and take advantage in the market. Okay. So and this most of the time that this thing happens is between the New York session and the London session, and the London New York session overlapping. These are the period when the market is highly momentum and volume. Okay, so these are the best time to trade when there is news. Depending on your knowledge, you can trade news if you know how to trade. All these are the period when the market is in a high liquidity. Okay, so low liquidity is the worst time to trade. You don't have to do anything during this period. You have to relax. You have to be analyzing ahead of when the big boys will come into the market, and then you join them and take advantage of the market. So during this time around, you are not expected to do anything. And most of the time is the time when the Sydney session and the Tokyo session are open, okay? Because during this period of time, the market is very low, no momentum, nothing is happening, the spread is high, so you have to avoid this period of time, okay? So this period of time is when you notice that there is a low liquidity in the market, so you are not supposed to be doing anything during this period of time, okay? So these are the main for forex session, okay? They are the main for forex session: the Sydney, the Tokyo, the London, and the New York. Okay, so starting with the Sydney. Sydney is a session that we know in Asian session. Okay, so in this Asian session, the market is always very, very quiet in the market. The market is so empty. There is no volatility. Nothing is happening in the market. In a place like Nigeria, this period of time, the market opens between 8 p.m. okay to 6 a.m. If not mistakenly, either 8, okay, it opens 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. in the morning. So you can see 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. is a period of time when people are sleeping, when traders are sleeping. Okay, so nothing happens, and the peers that come with this very particular session is NZD and Australia. Okay, so this period of time, you notice that the spread will be high in the market. Most of the new buy trader who does not know what they are doing, you see them trying to force themselves, forcing the markets, reacting to emotions. Okay, losing money without knowing what they are doing. Okay, so everybody goes through this same experience and this same season too. So until you be patient and you grow out of it. Okay. So that is for Sydney session. And I said it again, in Nigerian time, Sydney start from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. in the morning. So Tokyo in Nigerian time start from 12 midnight, okay, that's 12 a.m., okay, to 8 a.m. in the morning. Okay, you can see that these two sessions are in the midnight in Nigeria. I will show you where the time of Nigerian is and your own local time. Then you'll be able to use your location where you are and then find your time and then be able to know when your market open and when your market close. I'll also show you the handwriting in the chart, okay, so that you'll be able to identify, okay, this period of time I'm not supposed to be doing anything. This is the reason why the market is slow. This is why the spread is high. This is why the market is momentum. I'm going to show you everything on the chart. Just be patient and watch the video till the end. Okay, so that is for Tokyo. And Tokyo, the pair that come with Tokyo is JPY. Okay, yes, Japanese yen. That is the pair that come, and it's a good market to trade. Okay, but it's just that it doesn't move during their session. So it appears like Euro JPY, GDP JPY, US JPY. You can see that all those pairs that come before the JPY, that is they are the ones that move the market. So if you want to trade JPY, which is the Japanese yen, it must either be on the London session or on the US session. That is when you trade, and then the same thing with that of Australia and the NZD. So you must look for a pair that will go with any of the session, that is the London session or the New York session. Okay, so let's quickly look at the next one. The London session is one of the big markets. Okay, this is where the bigger boys come in. This is where we have the banks, the hedge fund coming into the market. So we, the retail traders, this is the time we're supposed to join them and then take advantage from the market, okay? Because the capital we have as a retail trader cannot move the market, cannot take the market anywhere. So we have to try as much as we can to be active at this moment and then trade together with the big boys in the market and then be able to make out something from it. So in a Nigerian where we are or where I am, the London session start by 9 a.m. and then close by 5 p.m. Yes. Okay. So I don't know your location, but by the time I take you to website, you'll be able to find out your location and know when your time is on, okay, or active. Okay. So, there are some location that their London session is 5 a.m. There are some location that their London session is 3 midnight, 12 midnight, which is wrong because at a time like this, you are supposed to be resting. Maybe after your day job, then you'll be resting at night. But some will be having a sleepless night and then be trading for the midnight. Okay, so this is why as a Nigerian, the market really favors us down here. Okay, so the next session here is New York. I also forgot something here. What we have here The pairs that we have here is Euro, GDP, JPY, sorry, Euro, GBP, and then CHF. These are the three pairs that comes to the London session. So whenever you want to trade, you must pay attention to the pairs of this session, just as I mentioned, because they are the ones that will move mostly. They are the one that will be, the participant will be trading on most of the time. Okay, so you pay attention to them. So the New York session is the biggest market, the biggest forex market. Okay, this is the center of a trade. So you have to be trading New York session. If actually you may be busy in the morning, I'm talking to traders such as Nigerians, okay? Maybe you are engaged in the morning when you miss a London session, then the New York session is okay for you to trade, okay? Because these two sessions are still in the midday time, they are in the daytime, so you cannot afford to lose two of them at the same time, okay? So anyone that favors you, you can focus on. It's a big market. It opens from 1 p.m. okay in Nigerian time and then close by 9 p.m. Okay, so I will take you to a chart where you see all of these things happening. Okay, so that is how this works, and also the pair that also come with it is a US pair and the Canadian pair. Okay, so Canadian dollar and the US dollar, these are the two pair that come with this very particular US session. Okay, so the next thing to show you here is this chart or illustration chart. Let me just call it illustration chart, okay? But I'll still take you to live chart. I mean the MT5, where I will show you everything and the handwriting that you'll be able to understand. So from what we are seeing here, this is time in Lagos, Nigeria. Okay, so this is what the red signify. So what they are saying here is that the market start by 11, 12, then 1, 2 to down to 8. But currently, as I'm talking to you, although the market normally change or the time normally change from that website, the Forex time converter, it normally change. Okay, so sometimes it will go down, sometimes it will move up with 1 hour difference. I've been noticing it time without number. So what they are saying here is that the Sydney session starts by 11, 12, 1 midnight or mid morning, then 2 to down to 7. That is what they said. But currently it starts from 10 as I'm talking to you, and then close by 6. Okay, so we are going to see that ourselves. So why Tokyo start from 12, which is here. Tokyo start from 12 and then close by 8. Yes, Tokyo start from 12 and close by 8. So we are going to see that. So now, as I'm talking, as I'm trying to illustrate these two sessions, we are going to see it in the website. They are both of them combined together are known as Asian session. Yes, I'm talking about the Tokyo and the Sydney. Both of them are known as Asian session. So during this time, nothing happens in the market. Everywhere is so calm. The spread is high, very low volatility. So these are the period that traders are supposed to stay away from the market, planning and then analyzing the chart ahead of the London Open and the New York Open. In an area or a country like Nigeria, you can see that the time that the market opens here, 9 a.m., okay, London session, and the 5 p.m., which I have said so before, you see that these are pure daytime, okay? The same thing with New York. New York start from 1 p.m. As I'm talking to you currently, start from 1 p.m. and then close by 9 p.m., okay? So these are pure daytime. Then if you look at what is happening between these two, yes, between these 2 p.m. to between 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. You can see that this is what we call overlapping between the blue and the New York. That is what the market, the New York here, where the New York started and where the London's end. That's what I'm trying to illustrate here. Okay. This is what we call overlapping. So during this time, you find out there are a whole lot of news. There are news, okay? The market is highly volume. The banks are there. The hedge fund are there. The big boys who have the capital themselves are there, okay? So you find out that the market is highly voluminous, highly volatility, the candle is momentum. Okay, all you need to know is just to make sure that you know the general trend of the market, then know your signal and know the pattern that is playing, and then try as much as you can to join the big boys and take the advantage in the market. Okay, so the worst time to trade when there is a major news, oh sorry, when there is a major holiday in the New Year's, okay, the opening and the closing session of Asian session is the worst time to trade. Then the closing of London session and the New York session, nothing is happening. Okay, so you are not supposed to be doing anything during this period of time. But this time around, you are supposed to be resting or try as much as you can to analyze ahead of the next session open, which may be London session or the New York session. So you have to work at this period of time. You have to stay away from market and then focus ahead of what will be a profitable to you in the future. Okay, work ahead of the future. So these are the worst time to trade. You are not supposed to be doing anything during this period of time. Okay, so I hope you must have learned one or two things from this part of the video. So let's look at the chart now as we are moving forward. Okay. Oh, okay. So guys, this is a time zone converter. Okay. So this is where you use, this is a website that you use to check your country where you are, and your that will determine when your market is open and when your market is closed. Okay. So as you can see, this morning we have a Sydney session, we have a Tokyo session. Tokyo session opened by 12 a.m. and closed by 8 a.m. Okay, that is 12 midnight and early morning 8 a.m. Okay, so while Sydney session opened by 10 p.m. and then closed by 6 a.m. So as you can see, within late local time here, this is 2 minutes after 7 a.m. Okay, so now being a 2 minutes after 7 a.m. So what really happened here? So what it means is that as of yesterday, market opened 10 p.m. and before I could come online this morning, 6 has already passed. So the market is now closed. Okay. So why that of a London session is opening by 9 a.m. So 9 is not yet, we are not yet up to 9. Okay. So we are still on after 7. So we still have maybe 1 hour plus or 2 hours to get to 9. So when London session open by 9, then it will close by 5. Then New York session will open by 1 p.m. Okay. And then close by 9 p.m. So now what this means is that where I am in African Lagos, which is Lagos, Nigeria. So now this is the activities that happen in the market. And what I'm going to do now is that I will take you to charts where I will show you from 10 p.m. yesterday to 8 a.m. this morning. I will show you the handwriting, what is happening in the market, the activity within this market. Because this is because the Sydney session and the Tokyo session, both of them combined together is what made up of Asian session. And if you look at the Frankfurt here, you discover that the Frankfurt and London, there is no any difference. It's only 1 hour difference. So look at what it means here. Europe Berlin and then Europe London. So meaning that if you also check their time opening, it's just only 1 hour difference. So both of them are the same. That is how it works. Okay, both of them are the same. So now we are not considering this, and this is the one we are working with. Okay, so why I'm saying this now is because you have to understand these things, and then when you come down to to this drop down, depending on the location where you are around the world, you'll be able to use it to determine your own time. Okay, so what I've just shown you now is Lagos, Africa, which is Nigeria. Then I want to use other country again as an example. For example, this is New York, okay, American New York. So see what will happen here within American New York. Still loading. I think the network is slow. It's still loading. So a little patience, please. I don't know why the network is slow. So let me see. Let me see. So even if it's coming up or not, okay, it has come up. Thank goodness. So now what look at what happened here. Can you see that the London, the Euro London here in US, okay, that is what it means. New York to open by 4 a.m. and then close by 12 p.m. So those around New York, okay, around US or United States, you can just check this. That is what it means. This is what you are going to see. So for those professional traders that understand what I'm talking about, they have already know this, okay, that their time will start, their market open by London session, and London session open by 4 a.m. and close by 12 p.m. While the New York session open by 12 by 8 a.m. and close by 4 p.m. Okay, so they understood this. This is for American New York. So let me check uh Asian. Okay, let me see Asian Tokyo. Let me see what's happening here. Just a little patient. I think the network is slow somehow around this corner. So I just quickly want to show you because you are going to do what? Click on this drop down, start looking at, okay, it has come up. Okay, so you are going to click on this drop down, start looking at your location where you are around the world, and then that will determine when your market open and when your market close. So once you discover this, this will what will enable you to follow what I will show you on the chart. Okay, so you know when to trade and when to avoid trading. So now look at what is happening here. London session here in the Tokyo, okay, that's Asian. So what happened? Their market, their London session opened by 5 p.m. Can you see what I'm saying? Market opened by 5 p.m. and then closed by 1 a.m. So in a place like Nigeria, 5 p.m., those that are working are already at home and they are start resting, okay? Then 1 a.m., people are sleeping. So nothing is happening within this time around in the forex market. Okay. So as in I'm talking about in Nigeria right now, because this is a time that people are resting, traders are resting in Nigeria. Okay. But look at a place like Tokyo, okay, in Asia. So what is happening? This time around, they are supposed to be also resting. But what are they doing? They are trading from this 5 p.m. that they came back from work to 1 a.m. Okay. Then after which that is the end of the day. Then look at their New York session. Their New York session start by 9 p.m. Man, and then close by 5 a.m. So I don't even know if they truly always trade this very particular new. I don't know. But even if they have to trade, that means they have to make a lot of sacrifice. Okay. Having a sleepless night to just make sure that they make money in the market. Okay. So, but look at Nigeria. Nigeria, you will just be doing a normal thing. Okay. So, what I'm trying to say here is that it favors Nigeria. That is just a shortcut. The time zone favors Nigeria when it comes to trading. So, guys, if you are fall into this type of category, I think it's best time for you to relocate down to Nigeria, okay? So that the time will favor you, the market will favor you to be on your own odds, okay? So this is what I just want to show you when it comes to this very time zone converter. So now let us jump right into the chart so we can see what it looks like on the chart. Okay, that is what I want to show you now. Okay, guys, without wasting much of your time, that is what makes me to sketch this out, okay? So that I won't just come to waste time and making the video to become way longer than expected, okay? And wasting unnecessary time, okay? So now, as you can see, what I want to quickly show you right here is that this is a Euro GDP on the 15 minutes time frame, okay? So sorry, GDP USD on the 15 minutes time frame. Now, within this white line here, this dot line, and here, this is 24 hours activity. Okay, so this is 24 hours from this point here to this point. What we call it is a session break. So if you want to know what happens, the activity that happened in the market within 24 hours, you have to consider this line from here to here. So this is 24 hours activity that happened in the forex market. So now what I want to show you now is that from the Asian session, the London session, the New York session, the New York, London, New York overlap, when to trade, there was time to not to trade. Okay. So that is what I've just mapped out now. So before I'll start explaining, let me go to the website or timeconverter.com to show you. This is African Lagos, which is Nigeria. And I told you that Sydney and Tokyo works together as an Asian, okay? Because there are difference of, I think, 2 hours, yeah? So they will join them together. We are going to merge them together. And I told you, because this Sydney opened by 10 p.m. and closed by 6 a.m., and Tokyo opened by 12 a.m., 12 a.m. midnight and closed by 8 a.m. So if you join them or merge them together, so what we are going to do is 10 p.m. as of yesterday and length down to 8 a.m. this morning. Okay, that is what I'm going to show you on the chart so that you'll be able to see the activity that has happened. So let's quickly jump right there. So now follow this my mouse from this start of this very particular point. This is what 10 p.m. yesterday. Can you see? So if you don't see it, look at, just follow my mouse down. Can you see where I have the time here? Yes, I'm pointing at the time now. The time is 22:00. Okay, so this is 10 p.m. yesterday. So coming down or moving down to this length here, we have what? This is 8 a.m. this morning. You can see. Okay, so now what did you see within this period of time? Nothing is happening. You see there is no any momentum in the market. So this is Asian session from this point to this point. So you are not expected to do anything. Okay. So now after which 1 hour after, then London session open, which is 9 a.m. Now what do we have here? Check the time. This is 9 a.m. Okay. Closes when? Closes by 5 p.m. So let's go and check on the website. London session opened by 9 a.m. Closed by what? 5 p.m. Can you see that? Okay, so what's the activity in the market? You can see how the candlestick gain momentum. This is to tell you that there are a lot of traders. Okay, there are big boys coming into the market to play. Okay, this is the period when you see the hedge fund and the banks are in the market playing games. Okay, so this is the period that we are expected, we retail trader are expected to join them and take advantage in the market. Okay, so try to understand your trend, try to know where the general trend is, then you can work and take advantage with them. So in case you are busy within the morning time or you have engagement with something, so you can prepare for New York session. So you can see this is a open of New York session. Let's all check the time. Let's check the time. What's the time now? This is 14. It's New York 14. No, New York should be 1. So I'm taking it back a little. New York is 1 p.m. Let's check what is there. Okay. We are putting in 13. Okay. So guys, see what is happening. You can see at an open New York, the market reverse. Is that not what happened here? 13:15. See? This is where New York opened. Can you see that? Check your time. Check the time yourself. 13. This is 1 p.m. Okay. And closes by what? 5 p.m. Is it 5 p.m. or 4 p.m.? Sorry, 9 a.m. So 9 p.m. So sorry about the confusion. Please, sorry about the confusion here. So New York open by 1 p.m. and close by 9 p.m. Can you see that? So let's go and check the time there so that you confirm it yourself. So you can see New York here open 1 p.m. and close by 9 p.m. Okay. So that is the activity that happens here. So now I have shown you Asian session, I have shown you London session, I have showed you also a New York session. Okay. Now look at what we call overlap, London, New York session overlap. So what is the overlap? Overlap here is the time between this point to this point. You can see it yourself. Okay. So the activity that happened between the intersection between New York session and the London session, you can see how the candle become more healthy. This is the time maybe there will be news. This is the time that big boys are pushing the markets to the direction they want. This is the time the hedge fund, the banks are in the market. So you can see how healthy the candle is. So from this opening of this very particular London session to the closing of the New York session, okay, this is the time that you are supposed to be in the market looking for opportunity. So you are not advisable to do anything within the Asian session. So Asian session is the worst time to trade. Then after which, then the closing of New York session, you can see what the closing of New York session looks like from this point before we start another Asian session. You can see that after the closing of New York session, though nothing is happening, the market ranging again. So from this box I have explained before to the other box is 24 hours activity. So why you are seeing double here is because this is Monday morning, this is Friday, this is Thursday, this is Monday. Okay, so this is Tuesday, this is Wednesday. So I have mapped them out, even though I have not really taken time to map them exactly. But please, for the first one, everything here in the first one is accurate. Okay. So take time and watch this video time and time again so that you'll be able to understand this is what you are going to do and use to apply on your own depending on the location where you are around the world. Okay. So the best time to trade is London opening and the New York opening. The best time to trade is also within this overlapping. You can see how the activity are so healthy here. Okay, so this is when you are expected to trade. Okay, so the worst time to trade is Asian session. That is combination of Sydney and Tokyo session. The closing of New York session. This is a closing of New York session. You can see that is what lead to this consolidation have already started. So these are the period that you need to avoid. Look at opening of London session, New York session. Okay. So any New York session you are seeing and the London session, there is nothing is happening. Probably there is no news or that day is a holiday. Okay. So that is when you'll be able to see that the market is ranging, nothing is happening. But outside this, the market will always continue to be healthy. And these are the period you need to be looking for something to do. So any day market is there is no volume in the market, then that means that there are no big boys. Probably that may likely to be a public holiday. Okay. So then you are not expected to do anything. So as you can see, I was trying to map out everything. Look at the time here and just the way it is. Okay. So that is just it. I think you must have learned one or two things. I don't know. But let me hear your view. Let me hear your take. Let me know what you think about this video. If there is anything I was supposed to be corrected or the mistakes that I've made, nobody is perfect. Okay. And I do not know everything. So I'm only just sharing the knowledge that I have, the little knowledge I have. So let me hear from you guys. Feel free. At a time like this, I have to stop here. Wishing you guys a profitable trading week. Okay. Thank you so much for being part of this video lesson. Have a nice day. Bye.